Hey guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. We just got back from seeing It Comes at Night. So, It Comes at Night is the newest movie from one of my favorite studios, A24. It's not A24, I just found it out the other day, so A24. So, the premise of this movie is pretty simple. Basically, like you see in the trailers, you have a family that is held up in a home in the middle of the woods, and it takes place during kind of like an ambiguous post-apocalyptic disease thing, and so what happens is this family that's held up in the woods, a stranger shows up, and then basically the whole movie is a conflict of how to deal with this stranger and his family and their interaction with the family in the home.
This movie to me was like a Walking Dead knockoff, but like very more depressing and dramatic and thrilling / suspenseful. As you can tell by my voice, I didn't really enjoy it, so...
Yeah, this movie, I feel like, definitely isn't for the average moviegoer.
I don't think that's right. I think anybody could go see this movie, but I think this is a rental, not a movie you go see at the theater.
So, what I'm going to say is, this movie is very, very well made. I think it's the cinematography, I think, is really good in it. I think the acting is really good in it. I think the messages and tones that they're trying to get across work really well. And there's just constant tension in this movie. And as I've said before, I love Alien, and the best thing about Alien is the tension. And this movie has so much gut-wrenching tension that you're just never comfortable while you're watching it.
I'd say the acting was pretty good in the film. Other than that, yeah.
I think the acting was really good in this movie. I think that Joel Edgerton and the rest of the cast really came to play, and they put it all out there. There's so much emotion and so much visceral, intense stuff that's happening on screen, and their reactions and their just everything about it works so well for me.
I don't like that it's super depressing. And at a time like we are in today's world, I don't feel like it's a feel-good type movie at all. There's like no hope in this movie at all.
Yeah, the movie does give you a real sense of hopelessness, and I think that's the point of the movie. It's to show the human condition when that's it. You're at your lowest point. There's nothing. There's no society, there's no connection, it's just life in the state of nature, and it's terrible.
I'm just like kind of overseeing movies like this.
I can totally understand why people don't like these movies. You have so many fun movies out right now. You have Wonder Woman, you have Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is definitely a drop in tone from those movies, but I think it has its place.
You can't
and I
even compare those movies, though.
I just think that it is something that it doesn't need to be made, but it shows a really...
At an A24 movies, Ex Machina is the best one out of all of them. And that one's not even depressing.
But
I
see,
feel
you
like
have
this is super depressing.
You have movies like Room by A24, which are not happy movies, and they're fantastic. The performances are fantastic.
What? Had a good ending. Happy.
Yeah, well, this movie doesn't have this.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything about the ending, but it's not a happy movie, and I'm sure you've seen from the reviews that you're not going to be excited leaving the theater.
And of course, as you know, we're dog owners. There's a dog in this movie, and every horror movie, what happens to the dog? That's all I'm gonna say. I think it gets old.
I don't know. I just feel like this movie definitely wasn't for Noelle, and I don't think a lot of when I was in the theater, I could look around and I could tell people were uncomfortable with this movie. It is not something that you just go see for fun, and you're not going into it unprepared for what it is. And I totally get that. But I think for someone like myself and other people that I know and other critics that I've heard, it's a really well-made movie, and it may not be an important message, but a very poignant message about humanity and the human condition.
I would die in this world. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, it's rough, but I think, it shows something that shows like The Walking Dead and other post-apocalyptic movies and shows don't do that well. There's other ones that do it well, like I think The Road does a really good job of it, that it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be this heroes going out and conquering the wasteland. It's not. It's going to be average people hiding and cowering and acting very terrible to make sure they survive.
Other thing with this film is the timeline is all over the place to me. There's some scenes where it's like they're supposed to be said they're gone days and then they come back very soon. Boy in the film, he has these weird dreams and you don't even know if they're real or if the dreams involved with the disease. I don't know at all.
Yeah, this movie, if you saw Under the Skin, which is also another A24 movie, it's very ambiguous, and you really don't know what is actually taking place and what you're just seeing as the audience. And that can get confusing, and I kind of think it's one of those movies where I would have to really sit down and think about it, and I might even have to look up what somebody who's smarter than me understands what's going on in this movie, but it's still really thought-provoking, and that was the point of the movie, to be extremely thought-provoking.
But I thought they were just doing it too much, just to be like, ha ha ha, I know more than you.
I can get that. It's a little highfalutin, and I know A24 is known for that. It works better in some movies. Some other movies are more entertaining than thought-provoking. This definitely is really thought-provoking and not as entertaining.
But Ex Machina pulled that off perfectly.
That's a perfect blend. I think that's one of
this
perfect
does not
movies.
At all.
For me, it did.
No, it didn't. I would give this movie 4.5 out of 10. Was not for me. If you're not into these type of movies, rent them maybe, or just don't see it, or go see Wonder Woman again. I would rather see Wonder Woman again.
So, I really like these kind of movies, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I thought that the cinematography was great. I thought their use of light and dark and tension and this emotion was fantastic, and it raises a lot of questions, and that's what I want in a movie, as well as being super entertaining. You can have both. You can have both of it.
Damn, find it entertaining.
So, yeah. Anyway, let us know what you thought about it. I feel like this is going to be a really divisive movie.
You're probably going to hate me, but, you know.
No, I mean, I feel like a lot of people that are average moviegoers are going to not
Nobody's
like it.
average, though. Stop saying that.
Anyway.
Anybody could go see this movie and have the same different experience. I like to rival. Not a lot of people like to rival.
I think everyone liked it.
No.
But anyway, so my point is, not everybody's going to like this movie. So let us know what you thought and why you think it's good or why you think it's bad, because I'm really interested with this one. So anyway, put it down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like.
And see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Bye.